Good evening and welcome to Big Z Sports presentation of high school baseball. Tonight's game is presented by the Kime Company, Tusky Insurance Agency, and Right Mark Roofing. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Stocker Concrete, Grandview Exterior Systems, the Cush Financial Group, and PAC Drilling. Now, let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
Good afternoon and welcome to Big Z Sports continuing coverage of high school baseball regular season action. Today in Zorville, it is Tusky Valley playing host to Strasburg. I'm Bill Morgan with Aaron Stump. And Aaron, for people who may not be aware, boy, this new facility here at Tusky Valley in its second year, outstanding for high school baseball.
Yeah, we were here a couple of weeks ago, and really the first chance I got to get on it, actually. And the AD over here, Steve Franks, and the whole administration's been working hard on all the athletic facilities. And like I said, a couple of weeks ago we got on this turf, and it is just a beautiful facility.
I was up earlier in the season for a non-league game on a Saturday, and I was kind of taken aback at how nice it was. And there are a lot of schools making a lot of improvements to their facilities, but this has to be right near the top of the list, whether you're talking baseball, softball, football, or the like. Well, Strasburg the opponent today, and coming up as our Wood Electric pregame show continues, we'll talk with both head coaches. We'll begin it all after a timeout by talking with Trojans head coach Chase Cooper. That's next with Big Z Sports.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Spring has officially arrived at Walnut Creek Cheese and Market. Now through May 16th, shop their spring plant sale and bring your porch, patio, or garden to life with beautiful blooms at incredible prices. Choose from colorful hanging baskets, welcome planters, geraniums, tomato plants, succulents, vegetable flats, and so much more. Whether you're planting a backyard garden or just adding a pop of color to your front porch, Walnut Creek Cheese has everything you need to make this spring beautiful. But don't wait, the sale ends May 16th. Walnut Creek Cheese and Market in Amish Country. It's worth the drive.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
The Wood Electric pregame show rolling on Big Z Sports ahead of today's baseball matchup between Tusky Valley and Strasburg in Zorville. I'm Bill Morgan, happy to be joined by Tusky Valley head coach Chase Cooper as we go in the dugout, brought to you by Cush Financial. Coach, as you guys wrap up the regular season before tournament play unfolds, where are the bright spots for your team as you get ready for tournament time?
We've been pitching pretty well. We have some guys that can throw the ball really well, and we kind of rest our hats on that. Offensively, we've been slumping a little bit, but we're hoping to kind of get back on track. We had a good game the other day against Coshocton and had 7 hits, so hopefully we can build off of that and see that tonight carry over.
Coach, from a wins and losses perspective, obviously not the season you wanted, but a lot of times people will say, hey, you want to be playing your best baseball at the end of the year. Anybody can get hot in tournament time. What do you expect? What's your tournament draw been like for the early part of the tourney?
I try to remind the guys every day that at postseason, it's 0-0, and everybody's got the same record. So it all depends on who's 6-0 at the end, and that's what we're shooting for. I think we have the talent to do it. It's just putting it together this last couple games and carrying it through to the postseason.
Tusky Valley taking on Strasburg. Coach, tell us about the Tigers. I know they've had a pretty good year.
Yeah, they're super talented. I know that they have a handful of pitchers that have been pitching really well for them. Offensively, they're strong, and Coach Becker runs a great program over there. So we expect a good competitive game tonight.
In the Dugout, brought to you by Cush Financial. I'm Bill Morgan, talking with Tusky Valley head coach Chase Cooper. Coach, some keys for your team to pick up a win today.
Play a good, clean 7 innings, execute when runners are on base, and control what we can control.
Coach, we appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Coming up as the Wood Electric pregame show continues, we'll talk with Strasburg head coach Mike Becker. That's next with Big Z Sports.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and oh yeah, still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
At Storage Stockade, it starts with listening. When you call or stop in, you'll find real people who take the time to understand what you're storing and help you choose the right space without pressure. Located in New Philadelphia, Storage Stockade offers clean, secure storage and smart options like Storage Defender, providing real-time alerts and 24/7 personal monitoring for added peace of mind. Whether you're storing household items, business inventory, or an RV or boat, you'll feel confident knowing your belongings and your experience matter. Storage you can trust, service you can count on. Visit StorageStockade.com. Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
The Wood Electric pregame show rolling on ahead of Strasburg's matchup on the road as they take on Tusky Valley. In the Dugout, being brought to you by Cush Financial. Happy to be drawn by Strasburg head coach Mike Becker. Mike, tell us about your baseball team, the strengths, as you get ready to head into tournament play once this regular season wraps up.
Yeah, we're nearly through the regular season. It goes fast, but we have a really strong pitching staff this year that has carried us. Our top 2 pitchers, Brody Boffman and Drew Lancaster, have thrown a large portion of our innings, especially in league, that carried us actually to the league championship this year. And the guys behind them, we don't have a true number 3, number 4. We kind of pitch by committee after that, but that doesn't mean that we don't have a lot of other kids that we really trust to give the baseball to. So, our pitching staff has definitely carried us all season long. The hitting has definitely, not that it was a weakness early in the year, but we've really started to turn it on offensively here the last, probably 2 weeks, and we fielded the ball really well all season as well.
Coach, well, I know virtually every coach is one game at a time. In today's game, the tournament is fast tracking. What was your tournament draw like, and what are you looking forward to going into tournament time?
Yeah, so we received the number 1 seed in Division 7 in the East District. We talked to our kids after that just earlier in the week. Same thing we told them last year. We appreciate the seed, the respect, the recognition that we get for having a good season to get that 1 seed. But once the tournament starts, the seed doesn't matter anymore. And last year we came in with not as good of a record, and we had the same message for them. As soon as regular season's over, everybody's 0-0. And it's this week and the early part of next week getting ready for the tournament. We don't know who we're playing yet. It's the winner of Tuscarawas Central Catholic and Steubenville Catholic. They play Monday, and then we would play at home on Wednesday. And if we're take care of business, we would have another home game the following week.
Mike Becker, the head coach of Strasburg, joining us on In the Dugout, brought to you by Cush Financial. Coach, you talked about telling the kids, hey, 0-0, that's what it is, tournament time, which is a great idea on theory, on a piece of paper, or on a whiteboard. How challenging is it, and maybe it's not challenging with your team, to try and convince them and have them focused in that direction?
Yeah, we'll see how good a salesman we are, right? Last season it was really easy because we didn't have the regular season we expected, and we didn't want them to feel like, boy, we didn't have a great year, and we're going to have to play some higher seeds, and the kids really bought into it, and we ended up making winning the district and getting to the regional last year, and we returned that basically that entire group. We had 1 senior from last season. So, hopefully that experience, being a part of that, we can say, hey, some of those teams that we beat, that would be us this year. And just because, we have a 1 beside us in the district draw, it really doesn't mean anything other than the fact that we get to play at home, and it's going to draw a little bit more attention to us. But, I think we have a mature group, and I think they'll be ready to go.
Coach, as we wrap up our conversation, Tusky Valley, the opponent today, yes, I know you want to win, but what are you hoping to accomplish or see from your team when this game gets underway between the lines today?
Yeah, so just trying to carry over what we've done offensively the last few weeks, especially this last week. We've started to really execute how we've wanted to. Some of the things that we've really asked our hitters to do, whether it's bunts or be able to control the bat a little bit. We've done that really well, especially this week against Conotton Valley. And then coming out here against Tusky Valley, we know their record is not, I'm sure, what they were hoping for, but, we told our kids, they play on the other side of the conference, which has, not just some of the best teams in the district, but some of the best teams in the state of Ohio for their division. So, this is going to be a good test to get us ready to go into next week and play into the Division 7 tournament.
Coach, thanks for your time, and best of luck not only today but in the upcoming tournament.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the coverage.
It is all a part of In the Dugout, brought to you by Cush Financial. We'll continue to get you ready to go for first pitch coming up in just a couple of minutes here with Big Z Sports. Thank you so much.
Appreciate
nice to meet you.
it.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
High school baseball with Big Z Sports. Bill Morgan and Aaron Stump as we draw closer and closer to first pitch. Senior ceremonies underway as Tusky Valley honoring their 6 seniors in the class of 2026. With Tusky Valley Athletic Director Steve Franks out on the field doing those honors.
Timely, isn't it, Bill?
Well, and if you wonder what that is, it's a train. The train tracks are about 15 yards behind the baseball field. So a little sound effect action for you as this game gets closer and closer to first pitch. Our presenting sponsors with Big Z today include Altman Health System, along with Kime Lumber out in Charm, Right Mark Roofing, and the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Time now for our Stocker Concrete starting lineups. First for visiting Strasburg, led by 12th-year head coach Mike Becker. Leading off the shortstop, Drew Lancaster. The catcher, Brody Boffman. Batting in the 3-hole, the second baseman, Caden Dugan. Batting cleanup at first base, number 1, Brody Hurst. Batting in the 5 spot, the starting pitcher for the Tigers today, Avery Kepper. Batting 6th, number 6 in center field, Tanner Tucker. Batting 7th and playing left field, Zayden Barr. Batting 8th, the third baseman, Kaiser Thomas. And batting 9th in right field, Peyton Herman. As we roll on with the Stocker Concrete starting lineups, Aaron's going to take a look at the starters for the Trojans.
I see what you did there, Bill. The roll on with the train just going by.
You know what? I'd like to say that was intentional, but it was not.
For head coach Chase Cooper, the Tusky Valley Trojans leading off and playing shortstop, number 8, Isaac Matthews. Batting second in center field, number 7, Jesse White. Batting third, number 17, and playing second base, Lucas Jones. Batting fourth, Nick Miller, playing first base, number 10. In the 5th spot, Kane Solinsky catching tonight, number 12. In the 6th spot, designated hitter, number 3, Beckham Himes. The batting 7th, Landon Fletcher, playing third base, and number 6, And senior is Cole Kirkendall, batting 8th and pitching tonight. And finally, batting 9th, Trenton Putney, playing left field, number 2.
Our Stocker Concrete starting lineups ahead of first pitch today from Zorville. Coming up after the game, Aaron and I will select a McInturf Realty player of the game, brought to you by Jan and his great crew at McInturf Realty. They're on Tuscarawas Avenue in New Philadelphia. When you're ready to make the call on buying or selling real estate in the Valley, make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD. Coming up as our Wood Electric pregame show wraps up, we will get you the first pitch. It is Tusky Valley and Strasburg today on Big Z Sports.
If there's a new driver in the house, the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is ready to help them hit the road with confidence. Through the Drive to Succeed Scholarship, eligible Ohio teens under 21 may qualify for funding to cover driver education, making it easier to get started. With flexible online learning and in-car training options, ECO ESC Driver Services helps students build skills for the road and beyond. Don't wait, start driving toward your future today. To learn more or apply, visit drivetasucceed.org or contact Trudy Lewis at trudy.lewis@ecoesc.org.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Willendale Golf Cart Sales is conveniently located right in the heart of Strasburg on North Worcester Avenue. They are your one-stop shop for easy-go vehicles, Textron off-road vehicles, and Cushman vehicles. Once you choose your cart, then the fun begins at Willendale as they have all the accessories to deck it out. Willendale Golf Cart Sales pride themselves in providing great customer service in their sales, parts, and service departments. To see all the great reviews and to learn more, find Willendale Golf Cart Sales on Facebook.
We invite you to discover Kime Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Kime is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Kime Home Center in Charm or online at kimehome.com. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
The home plate meeting continuing at, when you talk about the senior day, Aaron, anywhere, Tusky Valley, Strasburg, or whatever school it happens to be, always a special day for those players and their parents.
Yeah, regardless of what the records are, it kind of gives you a chance to reflect back, both as a player and as a parent. It can be tough to get the game started.
It really is kind of emotional for all of those people involved. We'll take one final timeout. We'll come back, and we will have that first pitch right here with Big Z.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
The Wood Electric pregame show coming to a close as Strasburg and Tusky Valley get ready to square off. Bill Morgan with Aaron Stubb. Aaron, we've got a minute or two before this game gets underway. And because we care about people's opportunities here in the community, Strasburg, Tusky Valley, Dover, New Philadelphia, I know you'd like to take, 30, 45 seconds to plug your wonderful hometown of Frankenmuth, Michigan.
I tell you what, it was, if you don't know, it's up towards, we'll say it gets into the thumb of Michigan. Small little community. I grew up there, and little German town, big old tourist trap. So very honestly, it is kind of a neat place to go to, especially spend a weekend, plenty of festivals, lots to do up there during the summer. So I do give it 2 big thumbs up for visits of any kind, probably about 5 hours from here. And,
okay.
Just a nice little community.
They've got that big Christmas store there.
Got
and
Bronner's and Zender's Bavarian Inn, lots of chicken up there, good food, and good time up there. We'll have to take you up there sometime.
Now, I've been there before. My family's originally I haven't been to Frankenmuth probably in 40 years. But it is a great place to visit, to be sure. So we're about ready to get this game underway. Of course, Strasburg being the visiting team, batting first. And, Aaron, they've had a tremendous regular season.
Yeah, they've really, I think, stepped up to the plate as far as their team is concerned. I don't think they kind of knew what they had in the beginning of the season, but you watch these guys, the last, got a 17-6 overall record, 11-1 in conference right now, and 7-3 in the last 10. So they're kind of coming into it, getting ready for that playoff run coming up here shortly.
Our presenting sponsors today, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, along with the great folks at Altman Health Systems, Rightmark Roofing, and Keim Lumber.
It's a little bit different today. I think we both had games, Wednesday night, and about 40-mile-an-hour winds, and the temp dropped about 15 degrees during the game. And a little bit different here.
We are submitting either a workman's comp claim to Adam Soweski or possibly an increase in pay, paperwork. Yeah, that was tough.
Well, I was with Joe Geckler and we were at Garraway, and now I'm here with you, and I'm at Tusky Valley. So either it's Garraway's fault or Joe's fault. I ain't just not sure which one yet.
You know what? I love the people at Garraway. I have to be nice. My wife graduated from there, so I'm blaming it on Joe Geckler. Drew Lancaster to lead it off for Strasburg. And the first pitch of the afternoon, a called strike on the mound today. Cole Kirkendall for Tusky Valley 5-18-1 on the year under the guidance of fifth-year head coach Chase Cooper. The 0-1 pitch bounces, and normally that's where we would say in the dirt, but it's field turf, so bounces into the turf, and count evens up, Aaron, at 1-1.
What do you prefer? You prefer the dirt fields, or you like the turf fields?
Swing and a miss, 1-2. I prefer the turf with actual dirt for the running place and the home plate area. Not that anybody cares what I think, but you asked, so there you go. The 1-2 pitch down low, 2-2. Drew's dad is the first base coach for this team, Mike Lancaster. Two balls, two strikes. Kirkendall winds, delivers high, ball 3. So the count full. Lancaster ready. Pitch missing, ball 4. So he becomes Drew Lancaster, leadoff runner in the top of the first. And boy, you talk about a great high school athlete. Even though he's only a 10th grader, Brody Boffman, he comes to the plate batting in the 2 spot for Coach Becker's team. He's a catcher, quarterback in football. He is outstanding. And the bad news for Strasburg opponents, he's got 2 more years.
Yeah, he's one of those kids just blessed naturally.
Yes.
And again, you talk to the coaches, you talk to the players, and again, the big thing is, like all these good players, his work ethic's really good too. And we will be calling his name, I'm sure, a lot more in the next couple of years.
Throw over to first base. Lancaster diving back in safely. 1-0 on Boffman. Kirkendall coming set. The big right-hander's next pitch sails high, ball 2. Are the Cavs going to win tonight, or will we go to Game 7, Aaron?
Boy, I tell you what, all over the NBA, it's a yo-yo season.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Who's coming to play? And I mean, it's just – I tell you what, and I am not a betting man, but I would hate to be one right now.
Yeah.
You don't know what team's going to show up.
Right. I mean, Detroit's got one of the best front court players, and they pulled him out in the fourth quarter in overtime in Game 5. Next pitch, a called strike. 3-1 on the right-handed hitting Boffman. Looks down to Mike Becker in his 12th year guiding the Strasburg program, coaching in the third base box.
I tell you, it gets difficult this time of the year is all the distractions these players have, especially these seniors. You got graduations. You just got done with proms. You got, honor nights for a lot of these kids.
Sure.
And it's just, man, it is just a tough time to focus as an athlete during this part of the season.
So consecutive walks for the Tigers here in inning number 1. Drew Lancaster leading off. Brody Boffman batting second. That'll bring hard-hitting second baseman Caden Dugan to the plate. Strasburg trying to do some first-inning damage. There's a called strike. Probably a good idea. Dugan, after back-to-back walks, trying to make Kirkendall throw a strike, and he did. The 0-1, that's high. Interestingly enough, Cole's pitches so far at Adam that are missing are all upstairs.
Yeah, it's almost like that stride needs to get a little bit longer there and just kind of let it go, and almost looks like he's aiming it a little bit right now.
Pitch gets down low, throw to third base, not going to be in time. So both the runners now in scoring position. Lancaster at third, Brody Boffman at second.
And that's what Strasburg does to you. Again, they put a lot of pressure on that defense right now, and then they're very willing to run the bases. And right now, Tusky Valley just needs to get an out right now as you got them on second and third, nobody out at this point.
For the third consecutive batter, Kirkendall facing a 3-ball count. There's a fly ball to left field, but that's twisting and foul.
You knew that was well hit. You heard a couple kids in the dugout. Oh, my.
You know, you tend to see in high school athletics a lot more talking in softball than baseball, but all these Tigers are up on the fence in front of the dugout, talking indeed. There's a fly ball to left field. Moving in, making the catch, Putney, and tagging and scoring from third on the sacrifice fly is Drew Lancaster, 1-0 Tigers.
Yeah, nice hit by Kane there, getting it back far enough, and Trenton Putney doing everything he can do to try to keep, that'd be Brody at second base, but Brody, again, very aggressive on the bases, getting to third.
Speaking of Brody, Brody Hurst to the plate. First baseman. Takes a pitch high. Kirkendall ready. The big righty has a pitch. Line to second base, fielded on a bounce. Throw to first base in time, but scoring from third is Boffman, 2-0 Strasburg on Hurst. RBI ground out. So now the pitcher today for Strasburg, Avery Keffer, will come to the plate with 2 outs, top of the first inning.
You saw the second baseman of Tusky Valley kind of peek in there and thought about throwing it home, but Lucas Jones doing the right thing and getting the second out there for the Tusky Valley.
That's a good senior decision. You got to take an out when you can get one, especially early in the game. Pitch fouled off. We're seeing the first left-handed batter of the day in Avery Keffer. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keffer, slightly open stance from the left side. The 1-1, down low, ball 2. Are we getting anything from the concession stand today, Aaron?
That's a really good point.
2-1 pitch, high and outside, ball 3.
I'm
not asking for a freebie. I've got money.
I like where your head is right now, though. That's good.
I should probably be more focused on what's happening out on the turf than the concession stand. There's a line drive, foul, but boy, it was pounded down the right field line.
That's what you call a severe hook.
Yes. That looks like my drive off the tee box. Only it doesn't go that far. It gets twist, but it does not go that far. The count full on Keffer. Kirkendall's pitch popped up, foul. Looks like it's probably going to get out of play, and it does.
I was looking in center field during our national anthem near the flag, and I'm like, why are all the tractors out there? And that's right. The few of the seniors probably drove their tractors into school today.
If you happen to be a non-T County person and you hear Mr. Stump say that, you're like, okay, this guy's joking. No, he's not. That's something that many of the schools do, the more rural ones in the county. How to bring Tanner Tucker to the plate. He's the center fielder for the Tigers, 17-6 on the season. IVC North champions at 11-1, just 1 loss in conference play. They've already scored 2 here in the top of the first. Kirkendall ready and the 1-0 offering. Called strike.
A lot of nice eye discipline with this team. Again, to your point, Cole throwing a lot of balls start that first inning, and they're not helping them at all. And that's a sign of why this team is 11-1 in conference play.
Next pitch, a swing and a miss. Tucker couldn't quite catch up with it. Defensively for the Trojans, Landon Fletcher at third, Isaac Matthews at short, Lucas Jones at second, Nick Miller at first, Kane Selinsky behind the plate, Kirkendall pitching. The next pitch just missing out of the zone. Umpire says a little bit outside, left to right in the outfield. Trenton Putney, Jesse White in center, Landon Sowers in right. 2-2, a lead for Keffer at first. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. So that ends the Strasburg first inning, but not before the Tigers scored 2 times. We head for the bottom of the first. Strasburg 2, Tusky Valley coming to bat with Big Z Sports.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
High school baseball with Big Z Sports. I'm Bill Morgan, Aaron Stump. Aaron, what are your parameters? It's the first time Aaron and I have ever worked together. What are your parameters for selecting a player of the game?
Whew. I tell you what. It's really those little things that add up, especially on the baseball field. It could be that you got them on second, third, and that infielder keeps it from going to the outfield, saving a run. It could be that bunt where you've moved someone to second or third base, and it's all those little things. We cheer for the home run, we cheer for the strikeouts, but it's amazing within the game itself how many little things have to happen that consistently, because again, baseball's a game of failures that have to happen consistently for your team to win. And sometimes, it's not the most popular thing to pick these, players of the game, but again, it's who provides that most value for the team.
Isaac Matthews leading things off for the homestanding Trojans, takes the first two pitches at the bottom of the first from Keffer. Out of the zone, 2-0. Keffer with the next pitch, sailing high, ball 3. Matthews, great defensive ability at short for Coach Cooper's team. Showing bunt, gets a called strike.
Good, Isaac, one of the 6 seniors on the Tusky Valley team.
Keffer, ready, the next pitch. Lifted on a fly. Way back, and that ball's going to bounce on the left field warning track, so Matthews in with a double to lead off for Tusky Valley.
Tell you, I'm impressed with your eyesight, man. We had players in front of us. We got fence in front of us. You still got that call. That was impressive there.
Well, I don't know how impressed. I stood up. I mean, this is a great vantage point, but ball's hit to left field, especially in the corner. Kind of hard to see.
Yep.
Chase Cooper coaching at third in his 5th year as the Trojans head coach. Jesse White, center fielder, trying to cut into this Strasburg early lead. He'll show bunt. That pitch way high and inside, and White smartly moves back out of the way of it.
The infamous chin music.
Yes. Jesse back in the box. Keffer always pitching from the stretch. Next pitch, there's a called strike. Things even up at 1-1. We mentioned Coach Cooper coaching at third base. Donnie Jones, the first base coach, with the best coaching facial hair in the Eastern District. No question.
That is true. That's very true.
I don't know if there's an actual postseason award for that, but bunting and fouling it back is White. But if there's not, there should be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like you could have one of those guys from Duck Dynasty model it, and Donnie would take it home.
We got to make that happen now.
1-2. That ball's pounded to third base. The throw across the diamond to first base, retiring White. And because the ball was hit to third, Matthews had to stay where he was. 1 out. That'll bring Lucas Jones to the plate. And you were mentioning a moment ago about all the seniors on this team. We saw 6 of them honored before the game. Lucas, one of those.
Yeah, real special group of kids, and all the effort that goes into sports. It's baseball, softball, basketball, whatever it is, and it's not as easy as when we were kids. You played during the season, may have had a few weeks of practice beforehand, but all these sports are almost year-round right now, and puts a lot of pressure on these kids.
Kemper's first 2 pitches to Jones missing. Out of the zone, 2-0. Lead out at second for Matthews. Certainly good speed out there. He's on with a leadoff double. The 2-0 pitch. Lined into right field. That's a base hit. Matthews is going to be held at third. He is. Strasburg out in right field. Peyton Herman quickly getting the ball back in. So now runners at the corners with 1 out in the Tusky Valley half of inning number 1.
Yeah, Lucas with a great hit there, and right center field right there. And again, the Coach Cooper holding up Isaac Matthews. Probably smart. That ball was hit really hard to right field, and would have been a really close play at home. And with 1 out, no need to risk it.
Miller, the first baseman, takes Keffer's pitch for a ball. Well, and as that ball was hit, it was going right toward the second baseman. That ball hit to left field, and that'll go to the fence. 1 run scores, digging around. Third is Jones. He scores, and we are tied at 2 on the RBI base hit by Nick Miller, who gets all the way to third on that blast to the left field fence.
Tell you, the seniors coming through here for Tuskyville. It's a very timely hitting right there, especially Nick Miller with the triple there. Gets 2 runs in. We got this bad boy knotted right up.
So to the number 5 spot in the Trojans lineup with the catcher Kane Solinsky coming to the plate. Takes a called strike from Keffer. And as you normally see in these games that may not be in division, with no knock at all on Keffer or Kirkendall, that ball lifted on a fly to left field. Gets out of play, and but you're not seeing the number 1 guys go for each team, so certainly maybe a little bit more of an offensive opportunity for both the Trojans and the Tigers.
Well, I think it's a good chance to check your depth, too, because, again, that becomes so vital during the playoff run, too. And, again, you need to know who can play what positions, who can pitch, who can do all this stuff. And, again, get some valuable information as you start those playoff runs.
Solinsky ready. The next pitch, that's lifted on a fly, but in foul territory just beyond first base. Brody Hurst there to grab it for the second out of the inning, and Nick Miller has to hang on at third base.
Yeah, off-speed pitch there by Avery Keffer. Kind of caught Solinsky a little off guard there and almost double pumped his swing.
The DH, Beckham Hines, to the plate. He's batting for the right fielder, Landon Sowers, 2-2. We are in the bottom of the first inning. A swing and a miss by Hines. Scoreboard right now going cuckoo crazy, so we may miss a little bit of info. Keffer with a breaking ball and a called strike.
Oh, it's back. We're back.
It's back for now. Well, sometimes electronics technology is it's great when it works, as people like to say. Great job behind the plate that time by Boffman of keeping the ball in front of him. And there's enough space behind home plate where if that gets to the backstop, Miller can score easily from third.
And those are those little plays we talk about. You just saved a run right there if you're Strasburg. So, again, to your point, Bill, just an invaluable stop right there.
The 2-2 pitch, chopped to third. Grabbed by Thomas, throw to first base just in time. And I don't believe Donnie Jones coaching at first base is necessarily enthralled by that call, but that's the way it is. We've gotten through one inning, 2 for both teams. We're deadlocked at 2, headed to the second with Big Z Sports.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
High school baseball today with Big Z Sports. Thanks for being a part of our broadcast, brought to you by great sponsors, including MWCD, Storage Stockade, Cush Financial Group, and Hartzler's Quality Housing. Are you on this broadcast because you work for MWCD?
I tell you what, you said that. I kind of took a dull. I said, way to go, MWCD, sponsoring high school athletics. That's awesome.
Now, what do you do for the Conservancy District?
I'm actually what they call the Deputy Chief of Recreation and help oversee all our great parks and marinas throughout the district. So
that's I don't know if it is or isn't. That sounds incredibly important.
It can be a great job. And
okay.
It is enjoyable to provide these opportunities for our flood control lakes, our campgrounds, and our marinas. And it is a great place to work and a great place for millions to come enjoy all the lakes around this area.
Now, I got a question. When are you guys moving into the new headquarters? Is that going to be a while? What is the whole deal with that?
This fall. They're building it up there near the, I guess, Buckeye Career Center.
Okay.
Beautiful facility, but we'll be moving. We got a couple facilities for our main offices right now that'll put us under one roof right now. So looking forward to that completion. Right now, it looks like a beautiful building. Can't wait till it's completed, but we'll be moving in later this fall.
I drive by the new Philly location virtually every day. I don't know whether that's good or bad for you, but I do.
I'm the one on the south side of Philly, so it's okay.
Okay. Zayden Barr to lead things off, down low from Kirkendall. Usually I'm on my way to McDonald's to get a Diet Coke. I mean, if I'm being completely honest about why I got to go right by from where I live by the park over in Philly. 2 runs for each team in the first inning.
Tell you, those first 2 runs for Strasburg, again, vital. You always want to be that team that scores first, but credit to Tusky Valley. Not getting down on themselves, hitting the ball well, and tying it right up.
What a grab at third base on the line drive and high into the air, and the ball into the glove for Landon Fletcher. Boy, what a play. There's a reason they call it the hot corner.
I tell you what, I'm not sure what his vertical was, but he needed every inch of that vertical to get at that one. So great reaction right there. Great job getting that first out.
Now to bring Strasburg's third baseman, Kaiser Thomas, to the plate. Down low, my thanks to Strasburg Director of Athletics, Gary Spinell. He got me in touch with Coach Becker so I could do a little prep. I mean, unlike people like Nick McWilliams, I get ready for these games. The ball grounded to Matthews at short, the throw on to first. In time. He was actually, Nick and I were conversing in his office space after we were both off the radio today, and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm getting ready for the game." And he said, "Who do you think you are?" Chris Kale. So I'm not sure if that's an insult. I don't know if it's a compliment.
That's awesome.
And Nick had an incredibly long day with the Big Z Sports team yesterday, covering the IBC track meet down in Newcomerstown.
Well, that's one of the things. We got some great sponsors, though, between WTUZ and WJER. We've been able to cover so many games, not just this season, but throughout the entire year. And truly blessed to be able to have such great sponsors that allow us to do that.
Peyton Herman at the plate. Swings and misses at that next offering from Cole Kirkendall. Well, and we partner on these live video streams with Claxon Communications. Abby Jones and Logan McPeek here today representing them. The next pitch hit hard and past the diving Matthews into left field for a base hit. Now Isaac made a great effort to get to that ball, but just really couldn't rein it in. And some people say, how do you score single? How do you score? That would have, if he did stop it, he would have had to make a spectacular throw at first to get Herman. So I call that a hit.
Absolutely. And if you watch Major League Baseball these days, it's almost impossible to get an error these days. But to your point, Isaac, with a great effort over there, just unfortunately not able to come up with it.
Drew Lancaster, who led off with a walk to begin the game last inning for Strasburg and would eventually score on a sacrifice fly, hits it to Matthews. He flips to second to get the lead runner, Peyton Herman, and end the Tigers' second inning. We head for the bottom of the second. Tusky Valley and Strasburg knotted at 2 with Big Z Sports.
Every game begins with a spark. Athletes stepping onto the court, families filling the stands, and communities coming together. At Niedenthal & Company, their belief is that this spirit is what makes our communities such special places to live and grow. To all athletes in Tuscarawas, Holmes, Wayne, and Stark counties, your dedication inspires us all. Keep pushing, keep believing, and know your communities are behind you every step of the way. Niedenthal & Company wishes all athletes competing the best of luck this season.
The T-County Boxing Academy is excited to announce the return of their youth boxing for 2026. Registration is now open for interested boys and girls ages 7 to 15. Classes will run Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. T-County Boxing gives you the option of paying for the classes monthly or per visit, whichever works best for you. To learn more about youth training and all that the T-County Boxing Academy offers, find them on Facebook.
Big Z Sports bringing you high school baseball. It's been a good one through an inning and a half of play. Tusky Valley and Strasburg all tied up at 2. Both these teams getting ready for tournament play. Strasburg, the number 1 seed in the East District in Division 7. They will take on, in their first tournament game, the winner of the Tuscarawas Central Catholic Steubenville Catholic Central contest.
That's a mouthful right there.
That is. It's really that's a broadcast miracle that I didn't screw that up. I'm telling you, right? And I'm not being humble. That's true. That is a lot. Landon Fletcher, who made a great play there in the top of the inning at the plate. Keffer, the pitcher for the Tigers. That one's hit to short. Lancaster will field. Great arm fires on to first base to get Fletcher hustling down that first base line. One of my challenges when it comes to talking about the Catholic High School in Steubenville, they're kind of the opposite of everybody else. They're Steubenville Catholic Central, not Tuscarawas Central Catholic or Cleveland Central Catholic. I tend to get a little confused.
It's funny you say that because usually you just write CC, and you're absolutely right. And you're like, is it Catholic Central, Central Catholic? Which one is it now?
Line drive, base hit for Cole Kirkendall into left center field. See, now that's why you're smarter than me. You got this fancy schmancy job at the Conservancy District. You know how to abbreviate things and eliminate the possibility for error.
The problem is I don't know if it's Central Catholic or Catholic Central still.
Well, you just leave it CC and you can't go wrong.
There you go.
Trenton Putney to the plate. First pitch missing outside. Boffman quickly out of that catcher's crouch and has an eye toward first base. Putney, the left fielder for the Trojans. Keffer's next pitch to him, lifted, fly ball. Short right field, the second baseman backpedaling.
That's a great play right there.
It really was, Caden Dugan.
I thought when that first popped up, I said that's going to drop in that triangle in there. But Caden Dugan doing a great job hustling back and catching that very awkward catch, but did a great job at completing the catch.
And one of the things, Aaron, that I think is misleading on a play like that, you're sitting in the stands or from our little broadcast location, you're like, that's a pop-up. That's easy to – I mean, that ball is moving when it's up in the air with the wind and the breeze, and he did a great job with it.
And the way this field's angled, you're dealing with the sun as well.
Yes. Isaac Matthews, who doubled and scored last inning, at the plate facing Avery Keffer, 1-0. The runner in motion. That ball's going to bounce and go to the backstop, but Kirkendall will stop at second. So a go-ahead run for Tusky Valley out at second with Matthews, who got an extra base hit in his first at-bat at the plate. Two outs, bottom of the second. Strasburg 2, Tusky Valley 2. That next pitch down low.
Yeah, the two runs last inning for Tusky Valley, and again, holding Strasburg to nothing last half of the inning. You see the Tusky Valley bench really stepping up here. You can hear them, I think, over our microphones right now. Just the energy level's really been raised.
There's a called strike. High school softball tournament teams already in tournament play. Next week it begins for baseball. Big Z will have a whole lot of coverage of both. That pitch hit hard to third base, knocked down by Kaiser, and he is unable to tag the lead runner. So in safely to third is Kirkendall, who did a nice job eluding the tag by Thomas, and Matthews reaches on a fielder's choice. So Tusky Valley trying to take the lead. Bottom of the second, Jesse White, who grounded out to third in his first at-bat, trying to do some Trojans two-out damage. He hits a high fly ball deep into center field, back on it, and that ball.
Ground rule double? I think it took.
It did.
I think it bounced.
It did. The field umpire putting both hands up in the air, indicating ground rule double. So scoring Kirkendall, Tusky Valley takes a 3-2 lead, and stopping at third is Isaac Matthews. So 3-2 Trojans, as they have their first lead of the afternoon and trying to do more damage now.
After Tusky Valley, I wish that had hit the fence right now, because that would end up scoring Isaac Matthews easily with the ground rule double. Keeps him at third.
Lucas Jones, who singled and scored last inning, trying to assist Tusky Valley in those offensive efforts. They're up 3-2. Keffer's next pitch to him. That's lifted on a fly to fairly deep center, but Tanner Tucker there to make the catch and end the Trojans' second inning, but not before they score. One more time, we head for the third. The Trojans 3, Strasburg 2 with Big Z Sports.
The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
Are you ready to take the next step toward your future? Join us for the next Buckeye Career Center Open House Thursday, March 19th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. This is a combined high school and adult education event. Explore hands-on career tech labs and 10 full-time adult programs. Meet our staff and enjoy self-guided tours, plus a complimentary meal. High school students who apply for next school year receive a small gift, and adults will have their $50 application fee waived. Again, that's the next Buckeye Career Center Open House, March 19th.
One of the few high school baseball regular season games remaining in the Eastern District. And I don't know, Aaron, maybe you do. Maybe we can make up a rule if we don't know the answer. But a lot of times some of these teams, they've got a while off before tournament play begins. Like I know New Philadelphia's baseball team, for example, they have no games next week. Their first tournament game will be a week from Tuesday. sometimes I think the teams are allowed to schedule a game in that genre, but I don't know exactly how that works or what the rules are tied into it.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the rules are either, but especially spring, it's so hard to schedule. You know, you could have 2 weeks of rain and lose 5 games, and
yes,
how do you reschedule those? But one of the things that you alluded to a little bit earlier is, we're seeing more of these natural or the artificial turf, I guess, fields pop up, which, we've had some games and some weather. Like, man, there's no way we would have played this if this was a natural surface right now. So, maybe they start looking at those weeks a little bit differently here in the next couple of years. Maybe there are some rules that are put in place.
Sophomore Brody Boffman, first pitch swinging, hits it deep to center field, but a nice rundown of that ball in pretty deep center by Jesse White. Good speed in the outfield and a good job of tracking that ball for the first out in the inning. Aaron on the first pitch of the inning.
Yeah, one thing Jesse did exactly right there, you didn't see him jog back and try to keep an eye on the ball. He ran back to the spot where he thought it was going to come, located that ball, and did a nice catch back there, almost against the fence.
That'll be the second baseman, Caden Dugan, coming to the plate. Had a sacrifice fly, RBI in his first at-bat. 3-2, the Tigers trailing top of the third inning from Zorville. Next pitch, missing outside for a ball.
There's a slight wind going to right dead center field right now, but we have seen some balls by both teams just wailed on today.
Kirkendall ready. Twiston fires on the mound. Breaking pitch down low. Now, after the game, maybe you talked to Adam Sawecki, maybe you did. I did not. Not about this topic. Are we getting any of that chocolate milk from the Tuscarawas County dairy farmers?
That chocolate milk is not good. It is phenomenal.
There you go.
And I'm not going to lie to you. Every time we have those coolers, there seems to be 1 or 2 missing somehow, and they end up on our table.
Line drive into left center field. Boy, trying to get to it was White. He couldn't. That goes all the way to the fence. Digging around first to second. Dugan will be in with a stand-up double with 1 out in the Strasburg third.
Again, nice hustle by Jesse White out there in center field trying to get that catch, but even nice Trenton Putney, again, not watching that play, was backing him up from the get-go and kept Caden Dugan from getting past second base.
And like you're talking about, if he doesn't hustle over there, Jesse dove for that. That might have been an inside the Parker.
Absolutely, and that's a big tendency with kids. Just to watch that ball. Yeah, he's got it, but great job backing him up.
That'll bring the first baseman, Brody Hurst, to the plate. Down low. Boy, great job by Solinsky behind the plate of keeping that out in front of him. If the name Hurst is familiar to Strasburg or any fans, yes, Brody is related to the Hall of Famer, Ron Hurst. He is Ron's grandson. Next pitch, called strike. Yeah, I've known Coach Hurst for a long, long time, and his wife, Bobby Jo. And now one of the things I learned very early on, we're talking 2 decades ago, the pitch. And by the way, Aaron's finding out that, probably not surprising to him, I talk a lot about food. Ron's wife makes the best meatball subs in Tuscarawas County. And if you're saying, Morgan, are you sucking up to Coach Hurst's wife to maybe get a meatball sub down the line? Yes, I am. Line drive, base hit into left field. Dugan, it's going to be held at third by Coach Becker. So runners on the corners for the Tigers.
If we need to text her and send her the address of this field, we could use some.
I mean, we're not proud. We are not.
I'll even meet you out in the parking lot, get them for you.
That's fine. Either we can have Aaron do play-by-play. I can meet Ron and Bobby Joe. They may be here. That's where we may be out of luck. Avery Keffer to the plate, trying to help his own cause. He walked in his first at-bat against Cole Kirkendall. The next pitch, high for a ball. Now, I don't know officially how tall Cole is, but back in the olden days of broadcasting, we would say he's a tall drink of water. That's a big young man out there. There's a breaking pitch way outside as Selensky slides to his left to come up with it.
So he would have been listed 6'2" in basketball. Now, I say in basketball because you know those stats always lie.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes they make him taller, sometimes they make him shorter. They're never right.
The throw down to second base. They will not get the runner, and not trying to advance from third was Dugan. Now runners at second and third with Keffer at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The Trojans leading by the slimmest of margins, 1-3-2. Kirkendall's next pitch, a slow roller to first. Nick Miller going to field it and tag him, so he's out. But the game tied at 3 as Dugan scores, and Hurst advancing from second to third.
So I was wondering if the first baseman, Nick Miller, was going to pick that up because it looked like it was starting to go foul. They think, man, that might hit the base. And I think Nick doing the right thing, just making sure you at least get that 1 out right there. It'd be the second out for the inning.
So we're back to tie, this time at 3 apiece, as Tanner Tucker at the plate struck out in his first at-bat. Finds himself down on the count now, 0-1 the next pitch. That bounces in front of the plate, hustling in and scoring with the slide from third base, Brody Hurst, and Strasburg retakes the lead. So we've already had, and this stat is usually more prone to basketball, but we've had 2 lead changes, 2 ties. We're going back and forth here, Aaron, in the early going.
This is what makes high school sports great.
It does. Kirkendall's next pitch, a little high for a ball. Kirkendall taking a look in, getting the sign from Selensky. Next pitch, that hits him. So he will become a 2-out base runner for the Tigers. Talking with Coach Becker before the game, I said, how long have you been the head coach? And he goes, he was thinking about it, and he said, well, if you count the COVID year, right or wrong, 12 years. So there you have it.
Ooh, tell you what, that was something else that year.
It was indeed, as Zayden Barr, who ripped a shot, the third base that Landon Fletcher made a great play on. Aaron in his first at bat.
It was good that Landon kept the glove on with that hot shot.
Throw over to first base, diving back in safely is Tucker.
Yeah, that's hard to believe that COVID year, about 6 years behind us.
That's kind of crazy that it's been that long ago.
Yeah.
But it might have been the longest year in history. For just about whatever your opinions are on that, it was a long, long year. In motion is Tucker. And Selensky kind of bobbled it as he tried to get it out of his glove, said, you know what, I'm not going to throw it. So Tucker in with the stolen base. The count on Zayden Barr. A ball, a strike. Kirkendall glances at second. The next pitch way high, ball 2.
Tell you, it's that eye discipline against Strasburg, just really disciplined, really patient at the base or the home plate, really making Cole Kirkendall work.
Well, Barr twisting out of the way of that one, but that was a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strasburg, a 1-run lead. The next pitch, missing. The throw to third, not going to be in time. Safe on his second stolen base of the inning is Tanner Tucker.
Mike Becker, again, being really aggressive on the plate, really keeping the pressure on that Trojan defense.
Count full, the 3-2 pitch. Line drive into left field. That's another Tiger base hit. Tucker scores on the RBI single off the bat of Zayden Barr. And Strasburg a 5-3 lead as they have now plated 3 runs in the inning.
Both sides, Strasburg this inning especially, just really good timely hitting right there. You get your runners in scoring position. Really nice job of hitting by Strasburg Tigers, especially this half of the inning.
Pitch missing downstairs from Cole Kirkendall. Thomas briefly stepping out of that right-handed batter's box, glances down at Coach Becker at third. The 1-0 pitch, that misses. Outside ball 2. Kirkendall, a long look in, pitching from the stretch with Barr at first. That pitch, high, ball 3. You didn't want to get home and see tip-off of that Cavs game, did you? I don't think that's happening.
You know, and I'm never sure it really matters what happens in the first half, especially in this series.
That is great insight. Incredibly. I think that's just kind of the NBA in general.
Right now.
You could turn the game on at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's when to start watching.
Maybe even after that.
The 3-1 pitch. High, ball 4. So down to second goes Barr. The walk sends Thomas to first. And that becomes the 4th walk by Kirkendall. And now Carrollton grad and 5th-year Tusky Valley coach Chase Cooper calls for time. And conference time out at the mound. The entire infield in.
So speaking of conference.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear about the IVC, the 7 teams up there?
Yeah, everything. There are so many moving pieces and parts with area conferences and new conferences. And
isn't that amazing?
I mean, I hope right now if somebody walked in and said, here's a test, who's in this conference, I'm not real sure I'd pass. West Holmes leaving the OCC. They're going to a new conference.
Yep, it's not an easy thing to keep track of anymore.
It really isn't. And I guess, I don't know what the legalese is of all that, but most of that stuff is not going to start. All these moves that have been announced this school year for like 2 years, that whole thing could get blown up and change again for all I know.
That's a good point. I think to your point, what is this, 28-29, I think, the new leagues start,
yes, I think you are right. If not, somebody will text Adam Saweski and point out that we were wrong or post on Facebook that we were wrong. And remember, if that's not the right school year, it was Aaron that said that. Make sure to point that out. You've already got a number of mistakes that I've chalked up in this game. That maybe was his first. That ball popped up foul. Looks like it's going to get out of play, and it does.
Yeah, we're, these poor athletic directors these days, again, we're very blessed with the ADs we got around this area. Just fantastic group of young men and women. I should say all young men, but.
Yeah, ripped on a line drive into left field there for the Trojans. To make the catch is Jesse White to end the inning, but not before the Tigers score 3 times. We head for the bottom of inning number 3. Strasburg leading Tusky Valley 5-3 with Big Z Sports.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscaroras Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
Are you ready to make a difference in a young person's life? Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio has 88 children waiting for a mentor. As a mentor, you will spend as little as 4 hours a month with your little, guiding them, listening, and helping them discover their full potential. Your time and your kindness can change the course of their future. By becoming a Big, you're not just volunteering, you're defending the potential of a child, giving them an opportunity to dream big and reach higher. Visit www.bigs4kids.com to sign up and help us make sure that no child has to wait. Big Brothers Big Sisters of East Central Ohio. Defend the potential and become a Big today.
It is all the action of high school baseball today, being brought to you by great sponsors, including the East Central Ohio ESC, Dundee Marketplace, Will and Dale Golf Carts, happy to have them as a sponsor today, and Keim Lumber. And our presenting sponsors, which include Keim Lumber, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Right Mark Roofing, and Altman Health Systems. Leading things off, Nick Miller, the Trojans' first baseman, who had a 2-run triple in his first at-bat back in the first. Fouls off Keffer's first pitch. The 0-1 down low. Boffman, a good job scooping that behind the plate. Nick looking at it. Keffer, who looks back in. The 1-1, a breaking ball, missing. 2-1. Keffer getting the sign. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. Keffer getting the sign from Boffman. The pitch, grounded, off of his foot. You know that hurts.
Oh, just never feels good.
And you see those guys at the major league level, fouling a 92-mile-an-hour pitch off their instep or something like that. And the fact that they just don't drop into the fetal position and start crying amazes me. Keffer's next pitch down low, and Miller doing a nice job in that at-bat here, leading off the bottom of the third, working a walk.
Yeah, both teams doing a great job of that. And Nick Miller right there, getting behind in the count there. You always get a little nervous up there, but again, great job getting that walk and the lead off on for the Trojans.
Showing bunt is Selinsky, bunts it foul. That's the first walk issued by Tiger starting pitcher Avery Keffer.
So Kane kind of stabbing at the pitch right there, and again, a little impatient on his bunt. Just hold it out there. It'll come to you.
Throw first base, close, but Miller back in safely, being held on by Brody Hurst at first base. Keffer's 0-1, lifted on a fly to left field. And that ball will be caught for the first out of the inning, and Miller has to stay at first after Selinsky fly out to left. Designated hitter Beckham Hines to the plate. Grounded out to third in his first at bat back in the first. Right now, Strasburg leading 5-3. Bottom of the third inning. Keffer's pitch lined into center field. That's a base hit. Miller will stop at second. So the tying run's on at this point. One out. Bottom of the Tusky Valley. Third inning. So what's your deal? You are the PA guy for like every sport to Tusky Valley. Is that the deal?
Not every sport. We do football, volleyball, boys and girls basketball, and we do the Thrilla Indoor Villa, which WTUZ actually covered a couple weeks ago. So,
what did you leave out? Softball? Yeah. It sounded like just about every sport. You're a busy man. We're glad to sneak you away for some broadcast action once in a while. There's a line drive. That's a base hit. Right now, Coach Cooper will hold Miller, and the bases are loaded with Trojans.
It's just kind of like radio. You're just talking into a different microphone.
Well, there's some truth to that. Now, Strasburg can have a conversation out on the mound. Cole Kirkendall, who singled, stole a base, and scored in his first go-around against Keffer.
Yeah, again, this just feels like a big at-bat here, of course, with bases loaded and down by 2, just to kind of keep that enthusiasm up, that energy up right now. And, again, Cole Kirkendall, a multi-sport athlete and great basketball player, finished up his senior season this season, of course, and decided to play baseball. Hadn't played baseball in the last couple of years, so I know Coach Cooper was happy to see him attend, and it's one of those things. It's your senior year, go have fun, and that's what high school athletics is all about.
So Keffer remains the pitcher. The base is loaded with Tusky Valley Trojans in the bottom of the third. Keffer's pitch to Kirkendall, a called strike. And that's what I love to see, the multi-sport athletes. Girls sports, boys sports. I mean, Cole is so talented. More on that after this pitch. Down low, and Boffman keeps it out in front. I mean, if you're Coach Cooper using the basketball, baseball reference, yeah, somebody could replace him, but he's talented enough as an athlete. It's a challenge to replace his level of play.
The level and also the leadership skills, that these kids develop.
Fly ball into center field. Tucker coming in, drops the ball. So Miller will score. And the throw kind of wild. Nobody was backing it up, but nobody advances any further. So the lead is cut to 1, 5-4. On the error in center field, I'm sure that Tucker would tell you I should have caught that. But he didn't, so the bases remain loaded. The lead now 1, still just 1 out for Tusky Valley as Trenton Putney comes to the plate.
Yeah, it looked like Tanner Tucker should have had that, but he's running again right into that sun right there, and you wonder if that had anything to do as that sun starts to go down a little bit more. More of a challenge for right field than it is center field, but still something you got to contend with.
0-1. The next pitch, a swing and a miss, and Trenton kind of shakes his head, upset with himself. Briefly step out of the box right side, now climb back in. Back and forth we go in this Friday afternoon baseball matchup with Big Z. The next pitch, boy, just missing.
Everyone kind of held their breath there a little bit. Like, okay.
Keffer, a long look in. Well, and the home plate umpire talking to the Strasburg dugout saying that's enough questioning of the strike call. Keffer's 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. Now that goes all the way to the backstop, and scoring the tying run from third base is Beckham Hines. And although he struck out, well, and with the bases loaded, he can't advance to first, so he is out. So we are now tied at 5.
Looks like they're going to intentionally walk Isaac to load the bases then.
Kirkendall's out at second, Fletcher at third. Well, Matthews, his third at bat in 3 innings. You don't see that too often. And he's reached all 3 times, a double, a fielder's choice, now a walk. That'll bring Jesse White to the plate. Chops it to third. The ball fielded, the throw to first in time. A nice play by Kaiser Thomas to end the Trojans' third inning, but not before they tie it up. 2 for Coach Cooper's team. We head for the fourth. It is 3-3 Strasburg and Tusky Valley.
The Sarchone name has always been known for truck sales, and once you see our inventory, you'll understand why. At Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Dalton, you'll find the largest selection of new trucks and SUVs in the area. Shop our inventory at sarchonecdjr.com or stop in and visit us on the corner of Route 30 and Route 94 in Dalton. Sarchone Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Get your own at Sarchone.
Spring has officially arrived at Walnut Creek Cheese and Market. Now through May 16th, shop their spring plant sale and bring your porch, patio, or garden to life with beautiful blooms at incredible prices. Choose from colorful hanging baskets, welcome planters, geraniums, tomato plants, succulents, vegetable flats, and so much more. Whether you're planting a backyard garden or just adding a pop of color to your front porch, Walnut Creek Cheese has everything you need to make this spring beautiful. But don't wait, the sale ends May 16th. Walnut Creek Cheese and Market in Amish country. It's worth the drive.
Top of the fourth inning about to unfold. Here in Zorville, it is a 5-5 tie. There's a rumor in the press box that I said 3-3 at the end of the third. Now
I heard nothing, Bill.
That's why I like you.
I heard 5-5 is what I heard.
Forget the great athletic trainer from Tusky Valley. Forget the great Abby who's producing this. I don't care if they were right. Just forget it ever happened.
So
I suppose if you're watching this, on the YouTube replay, you can rewind it. But the bottom line is it's 5-5 as both these teams doing damage and getting some consistent offensive efforts here.
Yeah, really, both teams very timely batting on both sides, and that's what you like to see if you're a coach here, and that's what makes this game especially great. We got another tie. Like I said, we're almost got a basketball amount of ties and lead changes we got here going right now.
We do indeed.
Yeah, I think Bria just said 5-5 because that's what she's got up on the scoreboard. She's doing kind of double duty right now, and I was really hoping she had anything but the fourth inning up there, but she's right. It is the fourth inning up there, so I can't tease her sitting right next to us.
Well, I think probably one of the challenges for her, I wonder if the Tusky Valley Board of Education is paying her double. I mean, she's running the scoreboard and she's the athletic trainer. If they're not, they should be. As I try to get on her good side.
Hey, the scoreboard's off now. We start giving you a nice compliment here. Now the scoreboard's off. What? Now she's got to go play a technician here.
Drew Lancaster to lead things off here in the top of the fourth. Found a new pitcher in for the Trojans.
Number 2? No. Is that Jesse?
Trenton Putney in pitching.
Well, I tell you, my eyesight, I'm wearing my glasses more.
That ball in off the glove of the second baseman. He picks it up, fires on to first, instead throws it, and it goes into the dugout. So getting second base is Drew Lancaster.
Tell you, Lucas Jones made a great play there to knock the ball down there. Just rushed the throw a little bit and ended up going wide to Nick Miller into the Strasburg dugout.
Now, we are not the official scores. I call that an infield single and an error. I think he would have got on, and the throwing error, however, allows him to go to second.
I will concur with that one.
So to bring Brody Boffman to the plate, breaking pitch, he pops up foul and out of play. Fans moving out of the way, hoping not to get beaned by a foul ball down that first base line.
I said not a lot of concern in that bleacher crowd, though. I don't know if they didn't see it, but
you know what that is. Yeah. Somebody's looking, or if not somebody's plural, looking at their phones. I think the smartest thing Major League Baseball's done in the last several years is put that netting all the way down the baselines, because you've seen some kind of scary incidents where balls prior to that getting lined foul and somebody not paying attention getting absolutely drilled.
Yeah, there's nothing more unfortunate to get a family there just trying to enjoy watching a baseball game and end up getting hit there.
2-1 on Brody Boffman. 0 for 1 today, has flown out, walked, and scored. Putney's next pitch, another great diving play. Sowers to throw on to first base in time to get Boffman in a bang, bang play at first base.
Man, Landon Fletcher again, great job there. Another diving play for the Trojans. Nice throw there. Nick Miller stretching just long enough to get the out.
Lancaster staying at second base, 1 out in the inning as Dugan comes to the plate. Pitch called strike at the letters. Well, let's say theoretically, you were talking earlier on about, hey, here's who I kind of decide sometimes on player of the game. Putney coming set, looks back at Lancaster at second. The pitch, fly ball into center field. That ball is going to be caught, and that's going to be a double play. Great job defensively that time. for the Trojans. They get the double play. We head for the bottom of the fourth inning. Trojans 5, Strasburg 5 with Big Z Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
As a parent, a high school sports season can be exhausting. From traveling to games, eating on the run, getting to bed late, and oh yeah, still working your 9 to 5. After all that, you need to unwind, and there is no better way to do that than at one of the 10 lakes operated by the Muskingum Watershed Conservancy District. The opportunities are endless with things to do, plus the option of primitive tent camping or treating yourself to glamping in one of their cabins. See all the Muskingum Watershed offers by finding them at mwcd.org.
High school baseball on Big Z Sports today, being brought to you by our presenting sponsors and a number of other great sponsors as well. But our proud list of presenting sponsors include Altman Healthcare, Right Mark Roofing, Keim Lumber and Charm, and the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. As the Trojans come batting in the bottom of the fourth after a big defensive play, Aaron, to end the top of 4.
We've seen some great defense. This has been a heck of a game to watch. We've seen some very timely hitting. We've seen great defensive plays on both sides. And as a result, 5-5, bottom of the fourth here.
Lucas Jones to lead things off during the pregame senior ceremonies. Mr. Franks, the athletic director, wrapping up a brilliant career here at Tusky Valley. There's a ball kind of chopped into center field, but coming in for Strasburg, center fielder Tanner Tucker to make the catch. But I believe he said that Lucas was going into the construction trade and hoped to be a unionized worker. And you know what? Probably, and you'd like to see young men who have those hands-on skills to do that. He's probably going to make more coming out of high school with that skill set than a lot of people are making that are significantly older than he, and good for him.
Those trades are such valued possessions right now, and any of those kids that have those mechanical aptitudes to do those jobs are truly gifted.
Nick Miller, a fly ball to right field. Peyton Harriman a couple of steps toward right center, and the Tigers right fielder makes the grab for the second out of the inning.
Get right in the sun right there, and Peyton Herman making that look easy there, a few steps over to his right, and again, nice catch there, battling the sun there, getting the second out.
You used the key phrase, look easy.
As he's got his glove trying to shade his eyes right now.
Yes, that right. That tells you everything you need to know. As the catcher for Tusky Valley, Kane Solinsky, coming to the plate, 0-for-2. Fouled out to first and flew out to left field in his last at bat. Keffer's next pitch to him popped up on the infield. And the grab will be made in short left field to end a quick, that's the quickest half inning we've had all day.
Wow.
1, 2, 3. I think that is the first 1, 2, 3 inning for either team. We head for the fifth. A lot of fives. We're tied at 5 with Big Z Sports.
At Storage Stockade, it starts with listening. When you call or stop in, you'll find real people who take the time to understand what you're storing and help you choose the right space without pressure. Located in New Philadelphia, Storage Stockade offers clean, secure storage and smart options like Storage Defender, providing real-time alerts and 24/7 personal monitoring for added peace of mind. Whether you're storing household items, business inventory, or an RV or boat, you'll feel confident knowing your belongings and your experience matter. Storage you can trust, service you can count on. Visit StorageStockade.com. Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
High school baseball with Big Z Sports. Bill Morgan, Aaron Stump from Zorville.
I got a little known fact. We talked about the netting going up, keeping people from getting hit.
Yes, sir.
When my oldest son, who's now 26, was not even a year yet, went down to the Cincinnati Reds game, watched the Cubs, went to right center field to go watch batting practice. Sammy Sosa plunks my kid.
Really?
And you know what? We didn't even get the baseball.
Oh.
Some guy took it from us, and I said, come on, dude, just plunked my kid. He goes, that's Sammy Sosa, though. I'm keeping this one. I'm like, come on, dude.
Wow. Come on.
But, yeah, it's
like, how old would your son have
probably,
been at the time?
Let's see, we would have gone, probably about 10 months old.
He was a baby and he got hit?
I was literally holding him. And literally the ball before went across. The kid made a great catch. And I'm
By the way,
that.
this story is so enthralling. The home plate umpire is listening.
Yeah, it actually, you would think Dad would protect his own child from getting hit. No, I was actually watching over to my left. This kid made a great catch on his previous hit, and I look up, and the ball's right there and plunked my kid.
Wow. Some greedy guy down in Cincy.
Yeah, he did.
Keeps the ball. Was that still at Riverfront, or was that at the Great American?
That was Great American at that time. But Cincy actually treated me well. They sent us several balls and several things for
there
them.
You go. Okay.
I do got to give props to the Reds organization.
Brody Hurst to lead things off. Hits a ball on the fly toward left field, foul and out of play.
Bill getting his calisthenics in today, man. Every left field, up, down. I tell you
what is Logan McPeek doing right now? He's got to be doing something where he could be signaling in. That's what happens in left field.
Should have a sideline reporter, right?
Yes, there you go. Abby could do that. Next pitch to Hurst, missing, 1-1.
Yeah, you think she could at least give you a signal or something, let you know what's going on down there.
Yeah, she was a great assistance to me in the Dover Philly softball game earlier in the week, so I can't say anything. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be fair nor justified.
Plus, you're too close. You might get punched in the shoulder.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to watch. She could pop me right there. Pro wrestling style, right in the right temple. The next pitch, that misses outside and low. 3 balls and a strike. Hurst so far today grounded out but had an RBI in that at bat. Last at bat, singled and would eventually score. Putney, second inning of work. Down low, ball 4, so Hurst will lead off here in the 5th with a walk.
Boy, we've seen in both situations how those walks have come back to haunt both teams, and especially those leadoff positions. And again, can Trenton Putney keep them contained this inning?
We're going to see a pinch runner.
Maybe 16.
Go in.
Easton Linden. Oh, no.
No, I think you're right.
Easton Linden?
Yes. That'll bring the pitcher, Avery Keffer, to the plate. First pitch, called strike. Now, for people who aren't big viewers or listeners of high school baseball or softball, the OHSAA has the re-entry rule. So just because Brody Hurst has somebody running for him, he more than likely will be back in the bottom of the inning playing first.
Ooh. Kane Zielinski behind the plate taking that one off the chin, I think.
Coach Cooper coming out to check on him, and catchers are all tough. Zane's like, Coach, I'm fine. Get out.
Kane played outside linebacker for the football team, so he's not too unfamiliar with the hitting.
Right. Well, and the home plate umpire doing a nice job, kind of giving him a moment or two to collect himself. Walks out and gives the ball to Putney. The next pitch popped up high, foul, out of play. So Lendon, the pinch runner for Brody Hurst, who walked leading off the 5th inning. We are all deadlocked at 5. Leaning in, Putney getting the sign, the pitch. Fly ball lifted into right center. Nice running catch out there by Jesse White.
Yeah, again, Jesse White showing off that speed. He got a great jump off that because, again, we're thinking, man, maybe that's going to drop in there. But Jesse making that look easy with his speed. Nice job to get the first out.
And that'll bring Strasburg center fielder Tanner Tucker to the plate. And his last at bat got hit by a pitch. Would score after stealing a couple of bases. And speaking of stolen bases, Lendon jumps and gets down there.
Boy, you called that one nicely, Bill. Jeez, I was stealing before you knew that before he even took off.
Well, I don't know about that, but Tucker's next pitch fouls that directly to the padded area behind home plate.
I think he got hit in the top of the head again. That one just grazed him, thankfully, though. Kane taking another one there.
One of the things I like about this field, and there's a lot to like, pass this along momentarily, but pitch hit hard into left field. That's a base hit. They're going to hold Lendon at third as that ball comes quickly back in from left field. But this reminds me of the Garraway turf field in that both fields have tremendous school logos right behind home plate in the turf, and man, it looks sharp.
Yeah, it's amazing how far just that turf business has come here in the last 5 years, and what they do on these turfs is just an amazing process.
Zayden Barr, first pitch swinging, lines it into left field. That's a base hit, and the Tigers retake the lead as Lendon scores from third. Tucker stops at second. Barr with the RBI, his second of the afternoon, 6-5, Strasburg.
Add another lead change to the game.
We've had a lot of them. That'll bring Kaiser Thomas to the plate. He's grounded out and walked, hits it sharply to third. The throw across the diamond, and that'll pull the runner the baseman off the bag, but had to field it deep behind the bag.
Got the out at third, and that's the big thing right there. So, again, went over and touched third, and like you said, a little off line to get the double play.
So now 2 outs in the inning, 2 on. And nobody wants to hear our excuses, but we're kind of screened out third base and left field.
Again, our producer just sitting there. She could have helped us again, but
But yeah, you were all over that.
Sit down.
You were all over that. That ball grounded to short, and the throw over to third base, and that will get the third out of the inning. But the Tigers get one here in the top of the fifth, and we head for the bottom of inning number 5. And Strasburg leading by a run. It's 6-5 with Big Z Sports.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartsler's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
High school baseball today with Big Z Sports, and Our broadcast being brought to you in part by great sponsors all across Tuscarawas County and the surrounding area, including Stocker Concrete, along with Larry Wood of the great folks at Wood Electric, the Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers, and coming up after the game today, both teams, Tusky Valley and Strasburg, enjoying some of that delicious chocolate milk.
Yeah, I tell you, I think I had a negative attitude starting out. I actually brought a sweatshirt to this game, and I'm thinking, oh, you know what? This has been as comfortable as it has been all season in here.
Listen, you've been around the block a few times. I do not go in the spring to outdoor sporting events without a jacket. I don't care what the weather forecast is. So, yeah, you're a wise guy to be sure in that regard.
Hence what, a couple days ago, what drops about 10, 15 degrees during the game.
And people are viewing saying, I think he's kind of exaggerating. No, he is not. The designated hitter for this Tusky Valley team, Beckham Hines, leading things off. Keffer working into the fifth inning for Strasburg. Beckham today 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. For Coach Cooper's team, the next pitch missing off the plate. He's batting for the right fielder today, Landon Sowers. Meanwhile, Landon Fletcher on deck for Tusky Valley. The next pitch down low as well.
And nice pitch by Avery Keffer right there. That ball looked like it was going to hit the bottom of that strike zone and just tailed down real quick. So nice job laying off there by Beckham Hines. Nice pitch.
Next pitch down low.
Beckham running a full count right there. Again, nice plate.
A swing and a miss. So Hines will fan, starting the fifth inning. 1 out. Third baseman Landon Fletcher coming to the plate, and he has made some defensive gems playing down at the hot corner for the Trojans today.
Yeah, he's had a good game in the field here.
First pitch takes a big rip at it and fouls it directly behind home plate.
I think that's Avery Keffer's second strikeout, if I got it right.
6-5. Strasburg up by a run. We're in the bottom of the fifth. The next pitch down low for a ball. So the the scoreboard's having some challenges right now. Trying to give you some behind-the-scenes look at what happens with our broadcast. Abby, our producer, asks, she's giving me hand signals saying, what's the count? And I kind of very quietly said, I don't know. So the next pitch, down low.
We have been ensured it's not operator error on the scoreboard. We have been ensured emphatically about that.
Yes. Pitch a called strike.
Second batter here in a row for Avery going to the full count.
Keffer ready. The pitch, a swing and a miss. And the second consecutive batter where he strikes him out.
Said Avery Keffer, 1 strikeout through 3 innings, or 4 innings actually, and 2 here in the fifth.
That'll bring Cole Kirkendall to the plate. He was a starting pitcher for the Trojans. First pitch swinging, pops it up into center field. Tigers center fielder Tanner Tucker there, and the Trojans go 1-2-3 for the second consecutive inning. After 5 innings, it is a 6-5 lead for Strasburg over Tusky Valley with Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
If there's a new driver in the house, the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center is ready to help them hit the road with confidence. Through the Drive to Succeed Scholarship, eligible Ohio teens under 21 may qualify for funding to cover driver education, making it easier to get started. With flexible online learning and in-car training options, ECO ESC Driver Services helps students build skills for the road and beyond. Don't wait, start driving toward your future today. To learn more or apply, visit drivetosucceed.org or contact Trudy Lewis at trudy.lewis@ecoesc.org. The
sixth inning of high school baseball between two teams. North end of Tuscarawas County, the Strasburg Tigers, #1 seed in Division 7's Eastern District, with tournament play about ready to get underway, in the Tusky Valley Trojans. And Aaron, we've got a new pitcher.
Yeah, Nick Miller coming in from first base there, left-handed. Again, another tall one from Tusky Valley pitcher there. We'll say 6'2" again in basketball, because that could be anything from 6'5" to 5'10".
And I've never really understood, I guess, that theory, either under-exaggerate or over-exaggerate guys' heights or weights, depending upon the sport.
Especially with all the film they have now and all the access to all this.
Watching huddle.
Yes, like the guy's not shrinking or growing overnight.
No.
Drew Lancaster picking up a first pitch strike.
Miller's next pitch to him down low for a ball. Lancaster today is 1 for 2, reached on an infield single. Also walked and scored back in that 2-run Tiger first. The ball popped up, twisting from foul to fair, and then caught down there at first base by the new first baseman, Beckham Hines. I think we got Landon Fletcher.
I take that back. Yeah, I gave you bad information, Bill. I got to admit. I got to take that one. That is Landon there at first.
Well, and all he's done today is make good plays no matter where he's at defensively.
That put Lucas Jones over to third then. I said they always let the opposing coaches know what's going on in the umpire, but they never let us know what's going on.
True. Miller's first pitch, a strike. The next one just missing out of the zone. 1-1 with Brody Boffman, the Tiger catcher, at the plate. Miller's next pitch, high for a ball. So Kirkendall's now at second base. And Putney went back to left. Miller rocks and fires. That ball fouled straight back. We are in the top of the sixth inning. Coming up after the game, Aaron and I will name a McInturf Realty Player of the Game. Miller twisting, firing, it's way down low, nearly hit the batter.
Tell you, a lot to choose from for our player of the game. This one already, only in the top of the sixth right now. But again, a lot of great plays on both sides.
Miller holds that glove high in front of his face. The next pitch, that's fouled back and out of play, beyond the train tracks.
Down to the soccer field.
How did Steve Franks arrange the only train that we've had all day going right by in pregame ceremonies?
We see the professionals do the flyovers.
And a line drive and a base hit by Boffman into left field. Takes a wide turnaround first and hangs on right there.
Yeah, we see the professionals do a lot of flyovers, but that's the first train roll. What would be a flyover? A train roll?
I think you're right. A train roll by.
That completed senior night had about a 2-second gap there, and all of a sudden the train whistle come on blowing by.
That'll bring Caden Dugan to the plate. Pitch a little bit high for a ball. I mean, if Mr. Franks had the budget, he'd have a flyover.
He would.
But I mean,
especially
that costs bucks.
Again, his last season here, he's been an absolute gem to work with. He's a great guy to work with. Has done so much for high school athletics for Tusky Valley, and again, we're going to miss him. But looking forward to Matt Ward next year stepping in.
Fly ball into right field there, and making the catch, Herman, for the second out of the inning. Boffman has to stay at first, and I guess that's one of the things since I moved to the Tuscarawas County area about 25 years ago. I didn't see growing up in Columbus is just small town America stuff. Steve was a star, of course, everybody know he was a star basketball player here. There's a big bouncer to second base. Kirkendall Fields flips on to first to end the Strasburg sixth inning. We head for the bottom of the sixth. It is a 6-5 Strasburg lead with Big Z Sports.
Looking for a store that truly has it all? The Dundee Marketplace offers a full-service deli counter and farm-fresh produce, bulk foods, expanded cooler and freezer sections, and everyday household goods. They've got everything you need under one roof. You'll even find unique handmade crafts. Hungry? Grab a quick bite from their grab-and-go items, order from the full menu, or enjoy the fresh salad and hot bar in their comfortable dining area. See it for yourself at Dundee Marketplace, 6783 State Route 93 in Dundee. Open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 6. Find them on Facebook to learn more.
Willendale Golf Cart Sales is conveniently located right in the heart of Strasburg on North Worcester Avenue. They are your one-stop shop for easy-go vehicles, Textron off-road vehicles, and Cushman vehicles. Once you choose your cart, then the fun begins at Willendale as they have all the accessories to deck it out. Willendale Golf Cart Sales pride themselves in providing great customer service in their sales, parts, and service departments. To see all the great reviews and to learn more, find Willendale Golf Cart Sales on Facebook.
All the action of high school baseball today with Big Z Sports. New pitcher for the first time today, saying that new pitcher for Strasburg, as Hurst coming on in relief of Avery Keffer. Keffer now at first base, which is where Hurst was before coming into the game.
See, now that one's easy.
Right.
Now,
for all we know, there could be a difference in outfielders. And it's like when you're listening to Tom Hamilton do a game for the Guardians, a lot of times you will literally hear in the background, now playing left field, Biff Thomas and left. But you don't get that, I mean, that's a major league park. They got 8,000 people on the payroll. But the Trojans, 2 more at-bats to make up a 1-run deficit. It's 6-5, and we've seen lots of making up of deficits here in the game. Lead changes, ties.
Yeah, they may have 8,000 people on the payroll, but we got Claxon communication, though.
Yes, we do. They do a great job. So because you're a Tusky Valley guy, you are clearly an absolute authority on this topic. What's the best item at the baseball concession stand?
Whew. Boy. Huh? I said the pretzels, you're right. Bria's giving me some intel here. The pretzels, do they still have the cream chicken sandwiches? I don't know if they did them this year or not. They used to have the cream chickens. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Oh.
Trenton Putney, who was the left fielder, the pitcher, now the left fielder again. Hurst, second pitch to him, missing upstairs. And, I mean, Hurst, a couple of pitches missing the zone. I mean, he's bringing the gas.
Hurst can bring it.
Next pitch, down low, ball 3. And obviously, Brody trying to hit that strike zone because the last thing you want to do, Putney, who's got good speed, you don't want to put him on and in the top of the order coming up for this Trojans team.
Yeah, we've talked how, valuable those walk-offs or the walks have been for both teams right now, scoring runs later in the inning.
So Putney walks, heads down to first, back to the top of the lineup, and Isaac Matthews, who has had a nice day at the plate. Reached base on a walk, doubled, scored.
That energy level's been turned up on the Tusky Valley bench. You might be able to hear them.
Matthews sandwiching in between the double and the walk, reaching on a fielder's choice. 1-0 as Isaac watched that pitch miss out of the zone. The 1-0 high ball 2. And
so just like Cole Kirkendall, everything just kind of missing high there at that point.
And Coach Becker calling time to walk out. And with something like that, I mean, he's thrown 6 pitches. They've all been out of the zone. And maybe he's seeing something mechanically from Brody that he's out there trying to correct.
Well, you get out there sometimes, and I think sometimes you try to overthrow a little bit right now. And to your point, with those first few pitches, we both kind of like, wow, that guy's throwing some smoke right now. So, sometimes you just kind of get that first pitch over and kind of get that confidence built up a little bit. And, again, he's coming in cold at this point. Just get that first pitch over, build that confidence, and let the defense work behind you.
Matthews ahead in the count, 2-0. Putney down at first base. Keffer holding him on. The throw to first base nearly went off of Keffer's glove. Throw a little bit high, and Donnie Jones doing his job at first base, saying, hey, stay right there on the bag. The ball's close by.
Avery Keffer, to your point, really nice job there getting up there really high to keep them at first base.
Hurst next pitch, that's high and inside as Matthews twisting back out of the way of that one. 7 consecutive balls thrown after Hurst came on in relief here in the bottom of the 6th. The 3-0 pitch, called strike at the letters. So 3-1 understandably. Matthews taking all the way there. Next pitch misses, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. Putney heads down to second, and now the Trojans have the tying run at second, the go-ahead run over at first base as Jesse White comes to the plate. Hurst glances back at the runner at second. First pitch, that's high for a ball. White today has grounded out the third twice, and in between those 2 groundouts has a double and an RBI back in the Trojans' second inning.
I think Strasburg kind of anticipating some butting here, too. You got the corners taking a couple steps in here, try to take care of the bunt.
White takes a called strike. Back-to-back walks to begin the inning. Putney at second. Matthews at first. Throw to second goes into center field. Putney will get up. He will hustle to third base, and the runner goes to second. So now the tying run at third, 90 feet away. The go-ahead run out at second on the throwing error.
I think heads up by Isaac Matthews there going to second right there. I think it kind of surprised Tanner Tucker a little bit as he was backing up second base there. Isaac, a nice aggressive move there to get the second scoring position.
White waiting for an opportunity to tie this game up, maybe give his team a lead. That next pitch, that's way high as well. So Brody has struggled a little bit to throw strikes here, and Tusky Valley trying to take advantage of it in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by a run, 6-5. White, the 2-hole hitter for Coach Chase Cooper's team. Sees Hurst look in for the sign from Boffman. And the pitch. Hit into left field. That's a base hit. We will be tied at 6. They will keep the runner at third, and we are deadlocked in the bottom of the 6th inning at 6.
Well, it's hard to believe today. We got another tie.
So White, the single to left, and the RBI.
And just some more timely hitting by the Trojans today, doing a great job staying patient at the plate, really forcing the issue with Brody Hurst a little out of control right now. And those walks, again, coming back to haunt both teams today.
I think we're going to see a pitching change here. as coach comes back out to the mound for the second time in the inning. Matthews, the go-ahead run at third base. White with the single and the RBI at first. Lucas Jones, now the third baseman for the Trojans, began the game at second. The senior come into the plate. A long discussion out on the mound.
No, it's always interesting how different coaches approach this. You know, some come out and it's a very serious, very curt and discussion. Others just kind of relax, kind of joke around. Just we got to loosen this down a little bit. And again, that's the beauty of high school athletics is how do these kids react, and that's one of the strengths. You know, as these athletes go through these seasons, you know, you're going to deal with adversity, and how do you do that? And again, these coaches become such a vital part of these young lives today, and appreciate, you know, Coach Becker and Coach Cooper here today, as well as all our coaches that really help these athletes through these times.
Hurst will stay in the game. The pitch, a called strike, and at least based on the first pitch, long way to go, but I mean, certainly Brody seemed to settle down, fired that one right in the strike zone.
I'm not sure what Coach Becker said, but that was well said.
That ball grounded, and the hit and run was on. The go-ahead run scores, and the runner will go from first to third on the play. Well, that is a classic hit and run. The second baseman started towards second, and a great job by Lucas Jones of putting that ball right where the second baseman would have been for the base hit, and Tusky Valley takes the lead.
Yeah, it seems kind of like a little lost art in baseball right now, the hit and run. You know, you used to see it a lot more, 5-10 years ago, but really working out well for the Trojans. They're well executed, and Lucas Jones doing a great job getting the ball in play.
Now to bring Nick Miller to the plate. The first pitch high for a ball, stealing second, unchallenged. Lucas Jones. Keep in mind, while Tusky Valley has taken the lead here, still nobody out.
Nick Miller's been showing some power. The first inning having that triple, just hitting the base of the fence.
Next pitch from Hurst, missing high for a ball. So it is 7-6 Tusky Valley. Bottom of the sixth inning. Brody Hurst in relief on the mound. The next pitch popped up foul, and Hoffman off with the mask, and that ball gets out of play.
I was kind of wondering if we were going to hear a loud plunk above our head there, having a nice little metal roof here. It said, all right, brace yourself.
Miller waving that bat from the left side. Began the game as the Trojans' first baseman, now pitching. That ball low and outside. Boffman, great job with that left-handed glove hand of grabbing that ball to keep it from going anywhere. The Tigers would not want it to. White at third, Jones at second. Nobody out. Hurst comes set. And the pitch, a called strike. Nick trying to sell that as he took a step or two toward first base, but home plate umpire having none of that. Hurst checks in with Boffman for the sign. And the pitch, a called strike three. So Miller retired for the first out in the inning. White has to stay at third. The same story true for Lucas Jones out at second.
Say Brody Hurst doing a nice job fighting back there again for the first out of the sixth inning, his first strikeout.
Now to bring the catcher, Kane Solinsky, to the plate. 0 for 3 today for the number 5 hitter for the home team. Pitch from Hurst inside for a ball. Solinsky, the right-handed hitting catcher. Pitch misses out of the zone as well.
Kane doing a nice job just being patient up there. Again, force Brody Hurst to throw some strikes up there. Get ahead of the count, look for a pitch. Get some good bat on.
Hurst looks at the runner at third. The next pitch, low for a ball. So the inning from an at-bat perspective has gone this way. Walk, walk, single, single, and strikeout. Runners at second and third for Tusky Valley. They lead it 7-6, and Selensky feeling like he's waited enough. Gets time granted. He's just out of the box briefly. Now back in. Hurst checks in with Boffman. The pitch, a called strike, and Selensky wanting time, but the umpire not granting it. So Hurst pitch, a strike. Tusky Valley trying to build upon what is now a 1-run lead. The next pitch, hit on a short fly. That's going to bounce into left center field. That's a base hit. That's another Trojan run. And they're up 8-6 on the one-out single into short left field by Kane Selensky. They've got 3 runs in the inning. And 3 out of the last 4 batters, RBI singles.
Just some nice timely hitting there, just constantly keeping the pressure on the Strasburg defense right there, and a couple walks to start this inning. Again, come back to haunt them, and great job by both teams, really taking advantage of the opportunities.
Want to bring Beckham Hines to the plate. He is the DH. The pitch high and inside for a ball. Selensky at first, Jones at third. Tusky Valley up by a pair, 8-6. Hurst ready in the pitch, and that hits Hines, and now the bases will be loaded. Hines not real happy.
Yeah, that was right in the middle of the back. That is not a good feeling there, and Coach Mike Becker going to go have another mound visit here.
So we will see a pitching change, and obviously not intentional hitting him there. I mean, you're down by 2 runs. It's been a tough inning, and the last thing you want to do is load up the bases.
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, Bill, again, you're still in this game right now, and the last thing you want to do is fill those things up, especially the way both teams have been hitting. And Donnie Jones down there at first, Tom, okay, flex those arms, flex those back muscles, and try to loosen that up. And looks like we got a pitching change here with a southpaw here.
Easton Lendon going to come on to pitch. He was in earlier in the game and came into pinch run at one point in time.
So you've seen some Major League Baseball. What do you think of the challenge rules this year?
I think I like it. I haven't seen quite enough to be sure. But it doesn't seem like, and not that it matters, it doesn't really seem like the players and the managers have a big issue with it.
I think it's great. I love it. The one thing that I almost admire the umpires more, because you see some of those pitches that are called strikes that are actual balls, and it missed by 1/10 of an inch. You know, you think, okay, you got to give the umpire that one. Come on,
right.
or it's just in the strike zone of the ball. And if you ever get a chance, go to a professional baseball game, go down to the warm-up areas, the bullpens, and just watch how fast that ball's coming and how much it's moving. And I don't know how these umpires do it the way they do it. And being able to be as accurate as they are is quite unbelievable. But today's pitchers just do so much with these balls and speed and up and down, left, right. And I think it's really, done good for the game, kind of put another exciting element into it.
Landon Fletcher with the bases loaded, facing Lendon. Tusky Valley leading 8-6. 3 runs in the inning. Lendon's next pitch, a fly ball into short right field, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Herman will grab it. Another run will score. It's 9-6 Tusky Valley.
Boy, Tusky Valley, a couple seeing eye dogs out there right now, and another RBI and another run crossing the plate. Still have bases loaded.
That'll bring Cole Kirkendall to the plate. Defensively today, Cole's been all over the place. He was the starting pitcher. Pops it up. If that's in fair territory, it's an infield fly rule. And that's what the home plate umpire calls. So now 2 outs, bases still loaded.
So there was a question on Major League Baseball I heard the other night.
Okay.
When do you bat around? Is it the 9th batter? Would you have batted around once Cole was up here? Or do you bat around now that Trenton's up? It was a huge debate on Major League Baseball.
I would say you haven't batted around until the guy who led off the inning comes to the plate. You batted through, maybe that's the phraseology, you batted through the order when 9 guys bat, but you haven't batted around until the leadoff hitter comes. It doesn't mean I'm right, just an opinion piece.
I actually like that. That's really good.
What was their conclusion?
They were actually
among the
split.
Debate?
They were actually split. But the way you just explained it, that's really good.
Aaron Snupp, now my agent. You can contact him at the Conservancy District for my services.
I got to give you props. That was good.
9-6. Linden's next pitch. Fly ball to fairly deep left field, going back on it and reaching up and making the grab out in left for the Tigers is Zayden Bard, and that brings the inning to a close, but Tusky Valley doing serious damage as they put 4 on the board. They were into the bottom of the 6th, trailing 6-5, now lead 9-6. The 7th inning coming up with Big Z Sports.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Rightmark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Rightmark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
High school baseball, and you've heard Mr. Stump and I talk about it all throughout this game, and it really hasn't changed. It has been back and forth, lead changes, tie games. As we get to the top of the 7th, it is Tusky Valley leading 9-6. So the Tigers obviously need 3 to tie it and force the bottom of the 7th. At a minimum, Nick Miller pitching. Avery Keffer, the first baseman, sees the first pitch from Nick Miller outside and low for a ball. Nick began the game as the first baseman, now the pitcher. Avery began the game as the pitcher, now the first baseman. And he takes a big rip at Nick's fastball there, fouls it back, 1-1. Avery today is 0 for 2, has an RBI on a ground out and reached base on a walk back in the first. The next pitch, a swing and a miss. As Nick says, here it is, hit it if you can. Top of the 7th. Miller really holds that glove high in front of his face out on the mound. The next pitch, outside and low.
Much more deliberate pitcher for the Trojans here. Cole Kirkendall started this game, pretty much just got up there and let it rip. Eckenheim's pretty much the same thing. And Nick Miller just a little more methodical here.
And a swing and a miss by Keffer as Miller strikes him out. to begin the 7th.
And as long as he keeps getting those results, he can stay as methodical as he wants.
And maybe I don't know. I don't know enough about baseball to strategize too often as Tanner Tucker comes to the plate to face Miller. First pitch, down low and inside for a ball. But maybe when you've got a 3-run advantage, maybe you throw some more off-speed stuff if the game is closer, but he's going to get up there and just let it rip if you can hit it. Maybe if the guys get on base, a big rip there and a swing and a miss. I don't know.
Yeah, we've seen both teams be haunted by the walks here right now. So to your point, throw strikes. If they hit the ball, you've had great defensive work behind you. Let them do their job and get these 3 outs here in the top of the 7th.
Nick is thinking, where was that pitch?
He's getting ready to tap the head for the replay for the challenge.
2-1, and there's a called strike. Probably one of the few off-speed pitches we've seen him throw so far.
Yeah, a little bit timely there. You saw, I think, Tanner Tucker kind of like, whoa, what was that?
Tucker asking for time, gets it, and steps out of the box. He's the center fielder for this Strasburg team. Has enjoyed a great regular season with 12th-year head coach Mike Becker. The next pitch, low and inside for a ball. So
Tanner doing a nice job there, just kind of messing with Nick a little bit out there, getting out of his rhythm a little bit, and it's always a little bit of a head game.
The pitch, high, ball 4. So 1 out, 1 on, a 3-run lead, 9-6. As Zayden Barr comes to the plate.
Good. Zayden's had a good day today. His singles last couple at bats.
2 for 3, a couple of RBIs, pitch and a called strike on the inside corner. I don't think young Mr. Barr thought, I don't know about that, but he's got an opportunity to be sure to battle back. Miller ready on the mound. Looks at Tucker at first and swings and misses 0-2. Waiting on deck, Kaiser Thomas.
So if you're Nick Miller, you say thank you. Little out of the strike zone there, and Zayden Barr, I think, looking at himself like, I got to be better.
Miller ready. The 0-2 pitch, and he hit him. So Tucker will go down to second, Barr to first, and that'll bring Kaiser Thomas to the plate. And if you're the kind of person who thinks this way in baseball form, Kaiser, the tying run if he went yard. 9-6, Tusky Valley leading top of the 7th. 1 out, 2 on. Miller's first pitch to Thomas, a called strike. Right fielder Peyton Herman waiting on deck for the orange and black. Kane Solinsky calling time and heads out to the mound doing what catchers do. Talking to Nick, little strategy. Kane back behind the plate. He's taking a couple of foul balls, as catchers tend to do. Certainly, probably the toughest guys in the game when it comes to the game of baseball. The next pitch, a called strike.
Said, thankfully they're young, because if that's me or you behind there getting hit like that, we're out for at least 2 to 4 weeks.
We're either headed down to Cleveland Clinic Union Hospital or headed up 77 to Mercy or Altman. The next pitch down low. The runner at second, Tanner Tucker, reached on a walk. Barr at first got hit by a pitch. Miller a long look in at the catcher, Solinsky. And the pitch, called strike 3 on the inside corner.
So, Nick Miller's second strikeout of the inning there. Really nice pitch, nice timely, and looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
Tigers are down to their final out, and they'll pinch it Brock Johnson. So Brock looking for an opportunity and a pinch hitting. I think this is always one of the toughest positions in sports. You've been on the bench the whole game. The coach says, listen, the game's on the line. Go up there and give me a hit.
That's what you dream of. Every wiffle ball game you've played in the backyard, bottom of or top of the 7th here, 2 outs, 2 on. Down by 3, what do you do?
Well, and Brock had a big rip right there, just fouled it off beyond the Tigers' first base dugout. 0-1, Nick Miller ready. And the pitch down low for a ball, 1-1, and trying to get to third, throw to third. Not going to be in time to get the runner, and fortunately, Lucas Jones really did a great job of kind of keeping that ball from going into left field after the throw from Zielinski's. For now, runners at the corners.
Yeah, Kane Zielinski doing a nice job knocking the ball down, and Tanner Tucker almost got in no man's land there.
And fouling it off, Johnson. 1 strike away now is Tusky Valley from picking up what for them would be a big win and what's been a challenged wins and losses season. Nick Miller looking into Zielinski. Brock Johnson trying to come up with a big key pinch hit for the Tigers. Miller's pitch down low. That's going to go to the backstop. Hustling in and scoring from third base to make it 9-7. Tanner Tucker down to second. Goes Barr. Now we're back to a 2-run game.
If you're Tusky Valley, again, that run doesn't mean anything. You got 2 outs. You know, you want this person at the plate, and that's what you got to focus on right now.
Miller coming set. Brock Johnson saying, I've waited long enough. Can I have time? The home plate umpire says, yes, you may. Barr out at second. Miller trying to get Johnson. Miller comes set. The pitch. High for a ball.
Everyone kind of holding their breath right there, just outside there for Nick Miller. Everyone just kind of holding their breath. And umpire says ball, and everyone just kind of lets it out.
So Johnson trying to reach any way he can. Hit, walk. Nick Miller comes set. The pitch. Fouled back and out of play.
And Brock Johnson doing a great job there, just hanging in there. Great pitch by Nick Miller. Probably would have been the 3rd strike if he didn't swing. And again, good job hanging in there. Live for another pitch. See what you can do.
Brock stepped out of the box. A big exhale as they climb back in. Trying to come up with a key Tiger pinch hit. Miller, the next pitch, a swing and a miss. And Tusky Valley hangs on to knock off Strasburg. Final score today, 9-7. Our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show is next on Big Z.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
It is our high school baseball postgame show, and a great back-and-forth affair between our battling teams, the Strasburg Tigers and the Tusky Valley Trojans. This is our Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. I'm Bill Morgan with Aaron Snupp. And Aaron, great things happening for both teams. We saw both teams make plays they probably wish they could do over, but in the end, Tusky Valley finishing strong.
Yeah, I think both teams really taking advantage of the opportunities that they had. You know, if you're Strasburg, again, you've had a really successful season to this point. You know, you've had some great fielding success out there. Even today's game had some timely hits. Just if you just ran in Tusky Valley at the wrong time. Again, a lot of big hits today, a lot of timely hits, took advantage of walks. Overall, one of the better games that they have played all season right now, again, which is good for them. Really, again, hopefully it can springboard them into playoff time and see what damage they can do in the playoffs.
A 9-7 Tusky Valley win. We'll take a final timeout, come back and name our McInturf Realty player of the game. The Trojans edge the Tigers 9-7 with Big Z Sports.
Every game begins with a spark. Athletes stepping onto the court, families filling the stands, and communities coming together. At Niedenthal & Company, their belief is that this spirit is what makes our communities such special places to live and grow. To all athletes in Tuscarawas, Holmes, Wayne, and Stark counties, your dedication inspires us all. Keep pushing, keep believing, and know your communities are behind you every step of the way. Niedenthal & Company wishes all athletes competing the best of luck this season.
The T-County Boxing Academy is excited to announce the return of their youth boxing for 2026. Registration is now open for interested boys and girls ages 7 to 15. Classes will run Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. T-County Boxing gives you the option of paying for the classes monthly or per visit, whichever works best for you. To learn more about youth training and all that the T-County Boxing Academy offers, find them on Facebook. The Tuscarawas County dairy farmers want you to know that low-fat chocolate milk is a great choice for student athletes and hard workers. It provides the nutrition needed after practices, games, or a hard day at work, and it tastes great. Low-fat chocolate milk is packed with carbohydrates for energy, proteins to repair muscles, fluids to rehydrate, plus vitamins and minerals to help build strong bones and bodies. It's the official beverage of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Tuscarawas County Dairy Farmers. Farms, family, food.
It's never too late to move forward, and Buckeye Career Center Adult Education is here to help. Our Aspire program supports adults building reading, math, and language skills, preparing for the high school equivalency test, or learning English as a second language. Classes are offered in New Philadelphia, Dover, and Berlin, or enroll in the Adult Diploma program, free for Ohioans 18 and older without a high school diploma. Gain industry-recognized credentials and a high school diploma at the same time. Start today at Buckeye Career Center. Visit buckeyecareercenter.org to learn more.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscarawas Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
The Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. The great folks at Dumont's in downtown Dover at a location up in Canton as well. It is Tusky Valley rallying from behind to knock off Strasburg 9-7 today. Time now to name our McInturf Realty player of the game. And so many kids on both teams Mr. Stump, great efforts, but I think we came to a conclusion of one we thought did the best.
Yeah, you asked earlier in the game, how we decide this, and we put everything to the test today.
We really did.
A lot of MVPs in today's game, but again, I think we picked Jesse White today, center fielder for Tusky Valley Trojans. Went 2 for 4 today, a double, a single, 2 RBIs. Had several nice putouts, 4 of them, in fact, in center field on the defensive end, and had an overall great game, and one of the 6 Tusky Valley seniors.
Congratulations to Jesse, our McInturf Realty player of the game. Thanks to the great folks from Claxon Communications, Abby and Logan, for making our live stream part of it possible. And thanks to the big dog at Claxon Communications. I like to call him the king of Kim Bolton. And what am I thanking him for? He texted and said he agreed with the way I broke down the bat around or batted through. So great love going out to Casey Claxon as well. Most of all, thanks to Aaron Stump, Tusky Valley. A big win today as they knock off Strasburg 9-7. Thanks for your support of Big Z Sports. I'm Bill Morgan, and I'll see you at a game.
Thanks for watching this Claxon Communications production of High School Sports on the Big Z Sports YouTube channel. For the latest news and scores, follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter at @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. Don't miss any of the live stream coverage all season long by simply subscribing for free to Big Z Sports on our YouTube channel. For the best in high school sports coverage, there is only one Big Z Sports.